So I'm just uploading my Troost video, and in the middle of writing my article or my review to go with it over on my blog at mrtobacco.co.uk. So an interesting tobacco, not my cup of tea or blend, but no, it was enjoyable. Just not the kind of thing I go for anymore. So I thought I'd quickly do a couple of snuff reviews. Now, I don't follow a lot of snuff reviewers here on YouTube. I do quite a few snuff reviews. Quite a few of us also do a couple of snuff reviews here and there, sort of thing. But through speaking to other people, I've been put sort of somebody suggested a few people that I follow. It's the RJ the Smoker who is going to start doing a few more snuff reviews. He suggested that I check out Mr. Michael Snuff. And I've just been able to have a look at him. You should all have a look if you're into your snuffs and your snuff reviews and things like that. He does some spectacular detailed snuff reviews. Got quite an interesting technique for taking the kind of fine toasted style snuffs, sort of kinking your nose as you go for it. So I'm going to take a few bits and bobs out with me today, see if I can't have a go at this method he was talking about. But in the meantime, I am going to review a snuff which I talked about the other day when I did the block of the others. This is Gawith and Hoggarth's Sea Breezes. Now, I have taken this snuff before. God, it must have been ages ago, and to be honest, I can't remember anything about it at all. So I got myself a fresh tub of it. So out of the tin. Kind of does have that sea air. It's almost slightly salty. There is kind of a sweet herby, not quite spicy kind of tang, but that's just out of the dispenser. So let's have a look at what it's like. Oh dear. Now this is a very fine snuff. There's way too much there. I ain't going to fit all that up into one nostril at a time. More of a golden brown. It's quite dry. There are some grainy textures in there still. But I've got the sneaking suspicion this is going to go up the back of my nose, so I ain't going to try the nose kink method on camera, but let's just give this a try. It's fine, it's relatively smooth. There is a slight sharp tang to it, so up the right nostril it's a bit... It does smell like Sea Breezes. It's slightly salty. There is a very subtle kind of herby edge to it as well. It's difficult to pin my finger on this one. Oh, assuming it's hit a different part of my nose. It's quite a bit sharper up the left, getting a bit of water welling up in the eyes here. But no, it's still got that sea breeze aroma, really. Say it's slightly salty, not quite fishy, but I say it's got that kind of like kind of musky, sort of slightly herby. I mean, it does smell like being at the seaside, sort of thing. But no, it's a fairly pleasant snuff. I say it's relatively smooth. It was a bit sharp then, but the burn's dying down. There's no kind of tingle in the nose. There's no burn. Take a big inhale of it. I really cannot put my finger on this aroma. It's a very familiar smell. But I say it's very sea breezy, hence the name. But no, that's quite pleasant actually. Ooh. A slight hint of, it's not quite the talcum powder from the Royal George, it's just sandalwood. It's got hints of sandalwood in there. That's where the smell from. So it's kind of a salty, subtly spicy sandalwood kind of aroma to it. But yeah, Rob from Gawith, if you're watching this, Sea Breezes, you're making it very well still. It's a very pleasant snuff to take. So yeah, that's one snuff review for today. I wasn't going to shoot any more this week, but somehow got a tin of peanut butter has appeared on this pile just here. And if I remember rightly from the other day, there's even more snuff on the floor. So I've also got some Toc chocolate that I'm going to need to review. And I've just found my tin of cheese and bacon. I don't need to review that. I already have, and most of you already know about it. So I'm just going to finish up with this big mess of spilt all over me freaking hand here. But no, Gawith and Hoggarth Sea Breezers. A very, very pleasant, like I say, it's kind of a salty with some very, very subtle kind of sandalwood tones, and there is sort of, it's kind of a herby sort of finish on it there. But the aroma's still nice and strong in the nose, so I'm going to shut up before I just keep repeating myself even more. But at some point, hopefully this afternoon, or tomorrow, or Monday, or Tuesday, while I'm still off work, I will be coming back with some more reviews of just a couple more snuffs. And then I believe that has officially finished me off with snuffs that I need to review. So thank you very much for watching. Like I say, check out Mr. Michael's snuff. I'll put his details in the description below, and also those of you who are interested in your cigarette reviews and things like that, check out RJ the Smoker. Does some very, very detailed cigarette reviews. And like I say, I'll be back soon, so take care, boys and girls. See you later. Goodbye. Right, I do have a couple of closing remarks I want to put on the Gawith and Hoggarth Sea Breezers snuff review. The intensity of the aroma dies down fairly quickly. Not about 4 or 5 minutes, well, 3 or 4 minutes after I'd finished shooting the video. The salty aroma becomes very, very sweet, and like I say, it's the sandalwood. It's got that kind of sandalwood, slightly herby, slightly floral note you get from the Royal George, and there's a few bits that remind me of Old Paris in there, but it soon runs its way down the back of your throat. The lingering aroma is of predominantly sandalwood, and I say slightly herby flavours. That lovely salty sea breeze part of the flavour has kind of subsided now. But the finish is quite nice. I say it's just I've got a bit of a continuous stream of snuff trickling down the back of my throat. But no, it's not a bad snuff. Too fine and too mild for me. So again, thanks for watching. Take care.